5.5 in that matchup there. All right, let's go ahead and slide into some Stanley Cup hockey. And as you can see, we do have some games currently in progress. But we're going to go ahead and take a look at Dallas taking on the Predators. 3 o'clock Eastern puck drop in Nashville. Now, Nashville opened the betting as the $1.50 favorite, total at 5. And we're seeing really good two-way action on this game. Nashville remains minus 150 with a total remaining at 5 flat. 53% of the consensus is leaning toward Nashville. 86% is leaning toward the over. Right now, the Stars are plus 130 on the money line. Nashville plus 200 on the puck line. We have Ben Bishop for Dallas, Pekka Rinne for Nashville. The Preds rank third in goals allowed at just 2.6 per contest. They also rank third in shots allowed at home at 27 in that category there. A couple more things about Nashville. They're 605 at home and winning 69% of their games, taking on teams allowing less than 2.6 goals per contest. So really rising to the occasion against these top-tier teams. Now the Stars on the other side, they're winning just 43% of their games as the official road underdog. They've also won just 8 out of 21 at the current market price. Dallas ranks 29th in road scoring at just 2.2 goals per contest in that category there. Now, total-wise, Dallas is 4-2 to the under in their last 6 on the road, 27-9-7 to the under away from home this year. That's unbelievable. Now, Nashville on the other side, they're not very far behind them. They were 24-15-4 to the under at home, and they are 66% to the under when Pekka Rinne makes the start. So kind of a chalky play here, but I'm thinking it's going to stay under. I like Nashville minus 150 and the under 5 goals in a tight one. Next game, Jets, Blues, 7 o'clock Eastern puck drop in St. Louis. The Blues open 160, total 5.5. Not a whole lot of movement on the total, but we did see a 20-cent fade of the Blues when it comes to the money line. They're now minus 140. So once again, St. Louis open 160, down to minus 140. Totals 5.5. 56% of the consensus is on St. Louis, and 77% is leaning toward the over. Now, right now, Winnipeg is plus $1.25 on the money line. St. Louis plus 195, laying the goal and a half. We have Hellebuck for the Jets, Binnington for the Blues. Now, if you like the Blues in the spot here, and I forgot to mention earlier, the Dallas and Nashville series is tied up at 2 games apiece. This series is tied up at 2 games apiece as well. And our next game is also tied up at 2 games apiece. So that is exactly what you want if you are the NHL. Very highly competitive playoff hockey, especially after the best team in like almost the history of the NHL got swept by Columbus. But anyway, let's get back on track here, Brock. Once again, Winnipeg, St. Louis, series tied at 2 games apiece. Winnipeg is 24-18-1 away from home. They rank 7th in scoring. Meanwhile, St. Louis on the other side, they are 22nd in goals allowed at home. We're looking at 3.1 goals per contest in that category there. St. Louis is also just 4-5 straight up taking on Winnipeg this year. The Jets are 71% to the over at the total, 83% to the over on the road when the line is 5.5. Give me the underdog, Winnipeg Jets, plus 125, and the over 5.5 goals in that game. Next and final matchup, it is going to be Carolina taking on the Capitals. 8 o'clock Eastern puck drop in Washington. The Caps open $1.55, total 5.5. Not a whole lot of movement on the total, although we did see a 15-cent fade of the Caps. They're down to minus 140. So once again, Washington open 155, down to minus 140. Totals 5.5. 63% are leaning Washington, 66% shaded toward the under. Right now, Carolina's plus $1.25 on the money line. The Caps are plus 200 on the puck line. Peter Mrazek for the Hurricanes, Braden Holtby for the Caps. This series is all knotted up at 2 games apiece. Now, Washington is scoring 3.34 goals per contest on average. That's going to put them at 5th in the NHL in that category there. They're also 6-0-5 at home and 6-2 straight up taking on Carolina this season. Now, the Hurricanes on the other side, they've won just 5 out of 15 games at the current market price. They're also winning just 41% of their games, taking on teams over 550. Their offense is scoring just 2.84 goals per contest away from home. Now, total-wise, Washington is 8-4 to the over in their games played at the current posted total. They're also 63% to the over at home when the line is 5.5. Give me Washington minus 140 on the chalky play and the over 5.5 goals in that matchup there. All right, next and final slate. And as I said earlier, we have some Friday night games currently in action. Looks like the Dodgers are ahead. Mets are ahead right now. Phil's out in Colorado up 1-0. So we have plenty of action there going on for Friday night. But we're going to